Okay, y'all, for everyone that has interest in teaching ESL online, I want to take a few minutes to talk about what that looks like. So we're going to talk about the requirements, what it's like to actually teach a class, and then their pay, specifically with GoGo Kid. So requirements. You have to have a bachelor's degree, a 4-year degree in something. It does not have to be teaching, it just has to be a bachelor's degree. And then some type of teaching experience. So if you've taught public school, you've homeschooled, you do professional development at your job, continuing education, you taught the person beside you how to use the machine when they came to work, you explained a computer program to one of your colleagues, whatever it is. Everybody has teaching experience, you just have to find that. Make sure that's also, if you apply, at the top of your resume. So they are looking for teachers. Even if you've been at the same job for 40 years, you do an amazing job, highlight the teaching experience in your life. If you've taught your kids how to use a fork, whatever it is, find what you've done that's teaching experience and use that. So any 4-year degree and some type of teaching experience, and I think the requirement is a year, but it does not have to be a consecutive year, just a year's worth of teaching experience. And everybody has that at their job. Everybody does a good job and demonstrates that to other people, so just figure out how to word that. So the other requirements once you get hired are strong internet connectivity, a headset with a microphone, it just helps block out the noise for the kids so they can hear you good, a background. I use a trifold board. We live in a tiny house, so I have no real office. This has worked great because I just pop it up wherever I teach. I've taught in our camper, in a hotel room, at the beach. I've taught at my mom and dad's. Probably going to wind up teaching in the trunk of my car tomorrow. I'll let you know how that goes. That was poor planning on my part, but this makes it easy. So I have a consistent background for my kids. When they see me, no matter where I'm at, I pop up the same background and it works really good for me. Then props. So you have to use some kind of props with your lesson. It can be anything. So my little boy's currently carrying off my props, but for the color red, I just grab a little red fire truck. This is red. If you teach vegetables, grab a can of peas out of your pantry, whatever it is. And then some type of reward system. So these are two of my favorites that I use. We build this penguin, so as they do a good job, we slowly add a piece. Thank you for helping. We slowly add a piece of the penguin, and then when they're finished, they have built this whole penguin. They like that, trying to guess what it is during the lesson. Another one of the favorites is Mr. Potato Head because he looks all good and silly. It really helps with facial features recognition, body parts, so that's an easy way to extend your lesson. So these are what I use for my rewards currently. Yes, and letters, good. Before, I've used the little Chinese boy. I've done balloon cutouts and just tape them up there with him, and so they earn a big bundle of balloons during the lesson. Some teachers have a little stuffed monkey and they do little banana cutouts and give that to them. You can just use star stickers, anything. Be creative. Any reward. I've seen teachers use like little cutouts of scoops of ice cream, and they build ice cream, work on colors. It doesn't matter. But the requirements are strong internet connectivity, headphones with a microphone, props, and a background. A bright, cheerful, clean background. And then, so what does it look like to actually teach with GoGo Kid? So they do the hard part for you. It's the best part of teaching. You teach. Your job is to have fun, engage the kid, make it an exciting class. These students and parents are looking for a fun class. They want the American experience of rewards and fun, and that's your job. So GoGo Kid has developed all the PowerPoints. So you log on to your class, the PowerPoint's up, you teach through it, you're finished. Each class is 25 minutes. So at the beginning of the week, every day, every month, how often you want to set your availability or how much it changes, you set your schedule. I usually set mine 2 weeks out in advance. It helps me get more students, but it's completely up to you. So let's say you want to teach Tuesday at 7 a.m. So you just go Tuesday 7 a.m., click that you're available. When the parents are scrolling through looking for teachers for their student, they'll see that you're available. They'll choose that time slot, and then you have a booked student. So your students will constantly be changing, which is a really great part because they are learning from all sorts of people, not just you. You often will have the same student come back, but not always. So that's really, it's just a really neat platform to use with student and teacher engagement. You can set your availability however you want. So if you have vacation, doctor's appointments, you can avoid those. If you work a full-time job, you can teach before or after. Eastern Standard Time is a really great time zone for Beijing. We're exactly 12 hours off of them. So we can teach 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 a.m. I do not suggest teaching all that, but I know there are teachers that do it. Lots of teachers who work brick and mortar will teach in the morning. They'll teach in the evening after the kids go to bed. I have taught 9 o'clock at night. I typically teach between 6 and 8 in the morning. That is their peak time, and most of my students book usually 7 or 8. So that's when I get most of my students, but you can teach at night. You can teach all night long. It's just up to you. You set your schedule however you want it. The students sign up. So the PowerPoints are pre-made. They're about 15 to 25 slides each. You have 25 minutes to teach. And even on the bottom of the PowerPoint, it'll give you ideas like teacher says, da 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 da. Come here. Come here. Come here. They're not froze yet. All right, listen. We gotta be hey. Can you say hey? So 25 minutes, you teach through, you read the slides, you do what it says. Just an earthquake test. And then at the end, you sign off and you have a little bit of feedback. So how did the student do? You're just clicking some boxes. They were engaged. No, shoo. They were engaged. They did a good job. They participated. They had fun. Just a little feedback. Then you can write a little paragraph, what they learned, what they did, what they need to work on. Very simple. So basically between your class and your feedback, you're looking at 30 minutes a student. And that's why your schedule is set for every 30 minutes. You can teach a new student every 30 minutes. So that's how you actually teach with them. And then their pay. So GoGo Kid is a little bit different in pay. They work on a credit system. So your base pay is $7 to $10 an hour per class. So that's about $14 to $20 an hour. You start with 100 points. You earn points. Oh, thank you. You earn points by getting parent feedback when parents think you did a good job teaching their student, maybe for being on time. I'm not really sure what all their points were. I can't remember. But there is a point system. So at 110 points, you earn 115% of your base pay. At 120 points, you earn 125% of your base pay. So their incentives are a little bit different. It's percentage based on a credit system. I know some companies, if you don't show up for class, they actually deduct your pay or charge you for it, but GoGo Kid actually just removes some of your points on your credit system. So that's how their pay works. For every trial student that you teach that signs up, you get $10. The thing I like with GoGo Kid so far is other companies offer multiple trials, and only the teacher that taught the last trial gets the incentive pay. GoGo Kid, the student gets one shot. They get one trial class, so they either liked you and signed up or they didn't, and you get it. So you're not putting in hard work, and other teachers get the bonuses. There is also a pay incentive for teacher referrals. So that being said, I'm going to drop my link below, refer. And how that works is just like if you teach in a regular classroom, you have a mentor teacher your first year. So instead of being a first year, it's like your first class. But your mentor teacher would help you through your interview process, your first class or two, help you get started good with GoGo Kid. That's usually about $100 an hour. It changes some. It might currently be $120. Not completely sure. It does change a little bit, but it's definitely a good incentive for helping somebody else get started. That being said, this might not be a fit for you, and that's okay. So I'm leaving my referral link below if you're interested. If not, if teaching's not your thing, that's fine. Let me know. I will help you figure out your thing to help you stay home with babies. I'm just an advocate for mama staying home, not for teaching ESL online. That's just the thing that has worked really great for me staying home. I tried many things before finding my thing. I actually went a long time and did nothing. I just stayed home. But thankfully the Lord has allowed me to teach, which is my passion, and stay home, which is what I know I'm called to do. So it was a great way to balance both. So this is great for me. It might not be a fit for you, but if you want to figure out what you can do to stay home, let me know. I will help you figure that out. There are a lot of things out there, but this is an option. There is also currently with GoGo Kid a $300 new teacher sign-on bonus. So you get hired, you teach 3 classes within your first 30 days, you get a $300 sign-on bonus. So a pretty good incentive for new teachers. So if you have any other questions about GoGo Kid or any other ESL online platform, please let me know. Or if you just are really nervous about leaving that full-time job and staying home, let me know that too. We'll figure it out together. It definitely takes faith and trust and prayer, but once you know that's what you're supposed to do, it's really simple to figure out. God will provide every need. I'm a firm believer in that. I've watched it happen in my life, and it's because of this right here. I'm doing jobs now I didn't even know existed when I left my full-time brick and mortar teacher job, and I love it. I love my Chinese students. It is so much fun to teach online. It's so simple. GoGo Kid has taken the hard work out of teaching. They give you all your materials. You just have fun and teach, and that's the best part. So good luck. Hope you find the thing that works good for you, and let me know if you have any questions.